What's going on, guys? My name's Demon, and welcome back to another episode of Demon's Declassified Minecraft Survival Guide. So, in today's episode, I mentioned in the last video I wanted to do a little bit of farm building, but I think I changed my mind. I want to stick to the building aspect. However, I want to focus more on building a new city. Now, I really enjoy this mountain landscape behind me. I've done a lot of clearing out of resources on this little plateau here. It was a little bit higher than I wanted it. You can see I got some cobblestone right there, and there's a reason for that. But if I just look through these shulker boxes, you can see the absolute sheer amount of resources I have mined and picked up. Like, look at all those grass blocks. Just the sheer amount. It's ridiculous. And then, of course, we've got all our terracotta we got in the last episode and all of these. So hopefully we'll be able to get something built with those this episode. So I'm thinking I want to plan out this build a little bit this episode at the very least. I'm not sure how far we'll get into building things, but this area here is really nice, and I've got some ideas as to how I want it to look when it's finished. And this area is going to be like sort of an upper class building type area is what I'm thinking here, because I'm thinking I want the castle over in that area, because then, like, say in a hypothetical standpoint that if somebody were to be raiding this city, they're going to come from the water. This entire mountain range would protect whatever castle or keep we were to build here. Now, these houses in this area aren't going to be standing the best of luck, but you can only do with what you have. So, I want to right now probably grab some just regular terracotta and plan out a few little builds. And let's see what this wandering trader has. Nothing really good. So, you, sir, you can go away. Thank you. No llama. And I just murdered everybody. So, got our terracotta. This is where I'm thinking I want a bridge to be. I don't know exactly how wide I want it to be, but I'm wanting on that side of the river definitely some towers, which I was kind of using the diorite to lay out a little bit. But I'm thinking if we were to do sort of this shape here with the towers, one on each side, and then we can run a wall right in here, maybe in this area, and tie into this pillar, or that stone formation. Oh man, buttons. That stone formation. And then on this side, how wide do we want this? Let's see. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 here. Let's go 11. So this is 9, 10, 11 space there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Correctamundo. Now where's the front? Let's see. This block here. And that's this is the 4 side here, and then 4 here, 4 here, 3, 4, and then 4 across the front. How's that gonna look? How big a gap will that give us to try to build in? I can't see it from this side. Too much stone in my way. I'm gonna have to do a lot of replacing of stone blocks over on that side of the river as well. I think I can work with that. That'll be good. That'll be a little bit of a wall segment running into the mountain, a little bit of a wall segment running into this. We could do something fancy over there. I don't know yet. We'll decide on that at some point. But I think that'll kind of do for the entrance to the fortified keep or castle or whatever it is we decide to put in that area. And then over here, we're just going to plan out some houses. So I think I want a big tower here because this is kind of just an outcropping area that you could probably see anything coming in from, unless they were to be coming around the mountain. Then you're kind of done for. But we're just what'd I do? We're just speaking hypothetically, of course. So let's just plan out some stuff and see where it goes. So I'm gonna plan a few things out, and then I'll come back to you guys and show you guys what I've thought of. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. So, I think with this here, now that I've gotten a lot of this planned out, let me fly up here and show you guys what I did. If you didn't see it in the little bitty time lapse a second ago, maybe fly up a little bit higher. This is the plan. So, you can kind of see I've got a bunch of houses planned out. I'm thinking the first thing that I should probably work on, just to make sure I've got the room to put all of these houses, is the wall perimeter around the outside. But before I can really do that, there's something that I want to do with this river right here. So anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big Skyrim fan. I've always been a big Skyrim fan. So with that, I want to make this river something like a Riften Canal would be from Skyrim. It just a walled canal all the way around through here, something supporting it, and then we'll go back to regular terrain over on the sides here, and kind of blend the wall into the terrain so it doesn't look too crazily unnatural, I guess. And that'll also help us with trying to even out this side of the mountain face as well, and gives us a little bit more room because we'll be able to stretch the wall of the canal up to this point, and it'll be pretty much a completely vertical line, which will allow us to stretch out this land a little bit more and probably give us, I don't know, like 5 to 10, maybe 15 blocks extra. So I think I'm going to work on that and get a design made up and planned out and get that laid out and start working on it. And we might end up not actually getting to a house or the wall itself in this episode. I might decide to stream a lot of the building of the houses and stuff. So if you are not already following me, go and follow me over on Twitch at Twitch TV/Demon Death Angel, exactly the same spelling as my YouTube channel, DaemonDeathangel. And if you drop a follow, you'll be able to see when I come online and I go live, and more than likely it'll be working on these buildings. Now, a lot of these buildings are the same exact shape, just a little bit offset. I do have one weird one right there that's kind of an L shape, and this wonky little shape, which I'm not fully certain how I'm going to do that. But these are just kind of templates. These are not absolutely where these houses are going. It may change once I get the outer wall in, which is why I want to do the outer wall first. So like I said, I'm going to go and work on this little canal, kind of get it built up. I may have to build some temporary like chests over there for resources, because those shulker boxes are getting extremely full right now. I've got a lot of stone, which is going to be useful because I'm probably going to use a lot of stone in this build and in most of the builds coming up, along with the terracotta, which I'm going to end up having to go and get more, because I fully realize now that I didn't mine nearly enough, even though I mined for like 2 hours. And hello, sir, how are you? What do you have? Are you the same dude? You might be the same guy. No, you're different. I don't care. So I'm gonna go work on this and see what I can get idea wise planned out. Just a little bit of an update. So I've been placing a lot of blocks. I've been doing a lot of work to try to even out this terrain. I got the, I guess, layout of how I want this canal to be. I'm thinking of doing like wooden walkways across underneath around the edges near the water. Something just big enough, probably like, I don't know, 3 to, or probably 5 blocks wide to be able to get a small boat through there. Nothing massive. That's not the point of this little canal. You wouldn't ever want a ship to be stuck in there. So I'm liking the way that this is turning out. I'm really liking it. It's really nice, and it's going to look good when it's finished, but there's a lot of work to do. There's a ridiculous amount of work to do. It's taken me probably probably working over the span of 2 days just to get to where I'm at. And I don't see it going any faster in the future. So I'm going to finish up placing what dirt I do have to try to get it to eventually turn into grass, since I ran out of grass blocks. And I'm going to hop down and work on the little wall and walkway down there. So I'll see you guys after this time lapse. Change of plans. Rather than going into a time lapse, because I think there's already enough in this episode, I'm just going to do some work here on camera and kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm trying to do here. So I said before maybe a 3 wide pathway, but if I'd have done 3 wide, there wouldn't be enough room here. So I'm going with a 2 wide pathway and using dark oak slabs and dark oak trap doors to make this little bit of walkway that I apparently can't get up from this side. But this little bitty walkway, and it looks nice. It doesn't look bad. I had to use stairs in the corners here where I couldn't get trap doors to kind of make this gradual curve. And then underneath, we're going to be using dark oak fences to hold up the, kind of support it. So you can see over there, I have some already placed in. Let's see. So this is probably going to continue all the way around to there on both sides, and eventually I may actually just do this around this whole little island through here, and some parts will have a wider waterway. And then I kind of want to do like Riften has in Skyrim and have little inset areas that go into like sewers and stuff like that, and it kind of just breaks off into its own little corridor underneath. So I'm thinking right here, that's probably the first thing I'm going to be doing, and I couldn't have chose a worse block to use as filler because I chose sand. It's going to make my life a little bit more difficult when it comes to doing things like this. So I'm thinking we'd do 4 wide, 4 tall can work. I just have to figure out how to do it with this sand. Okay. Let's just work under here a little bit. If I move that, sand falls. So to kind of bring this wall into the design of the pathway, I'm thinking we could use stripped oak logs maybe, or regular oak logs, and see how that looks. I'm not sure what the color contrast will be with the dark oak. How's that look? Let's hop over to the other side and take a look. How's that? I mean, it's not bad. It's just flat right now. So let's continue with that. And I'm thinking we'll keep 4 wide gaps in between all of them. So 3, 4, and then another pillar would be right here. And we want this to go all the way up, which means we gotta do this here and climb. There we go. Yeah, I think that will work. And then I want to inset the rest of the wall around by 1 block so it doesn't look so terrible. And I can put a little bit of an overhang up there, which again, I hit the problem of the sand. Man, I don't know how to deal with this because I placed a lot of sand as a filler block, and I'm talking probably like 2 shulker boxes worth of sand between that area and this area just to fill empty space. So I'm gonna go find a way around this little bit of mess that I got going on here and come back when I've got a little bit of a wall design for you guys. So I think this is the design that I've settled on. It's not anything amazing, and I'm gonna have to mess with the top block up there just a little bit. That stone needs to go away and be changed out for something else. I'm thinking maybe a log running through there and then something sticking out right here. But this is kind of the design that I think I want to go for. And once we get some vines growing, we'll put some mossy stone bricks and stuff in here as well to kind of give it another layer and another layer of color and kind of change things up a little bit. Now around the corners of this is going to be the difficult part because I'm not sure how I'm gonna hold that design across the whole thing around the corner. I might have to think something up differently here. I may just do straight logs around the little bit of corner bends and stuff. I don't know just yet, but I think this is going to be a good design to go all the way throughout. So as I said before, this is going to be a little like sewer entranceway, and I need to copy this design around all the way around the whole thing because, yeah, it's going to look odd if I don't do it all at once or at least get part of it finished. So I know I said I wasn't going to do a time lapse, but I think we are going to do a time lapse to try to get as much of this done in one go as we can and see if we can get on to building some houses or something in the next episode and not have to worry about doing this little canal. Or maybe we can do the wall next episode. I don't know. But we definitely want to try to get this done first. So I'm going to hop over and do that. I may have went a little bit crazy with how I was building some of the stuff here, but this is, looking at this, you can get the general idea of what I'm going to try to do with this little canal here. Just this same typical pattern all the way down, hello fish, all the way down on both sides, and eventually, I think I want to make like a water gate in this little area right here at the very end. Something that would be big enough for a small boat to come through, but not big enough for a ship to make it in. And why am I, come on, there we go. And just continue this path all the way down, and then maybe run a staircase across the top of the little gate there. And I don't know, but it's coming along nicely. It's not looking terrible. There's still some things I have to replace, like the stone at the top, and then figure out the sewer thing. And I don't know if I like the stripped oak log. Oh, Jesus, words. I don't know if I like the stripped oak logs here. We may change that out for a different floor type, because I think that's a little too light for what this is. But I think I'm going to probably end this episode here and then work some more in between episodes to try to get some more of this done. And hopefully in the next episode, we can work on building some of the houses. And with the houses, I do not really think that they're going to stay the shape that they are. I'll probably work around them and try to change the size of some of them, and probably move the wall out a little bit as well. But we'll try to get to some of the houses next episode. Definitely get the wall done next episode, because that'll kind of dictate where we're going to put the houses or what shape we're going to make them as well. So yeah, I think we're going to end this episode here. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like. If you're not already, feel free to subscribe. And leave a comment if you've got any ideas for what we should do in the future episodes. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.